Play the game, but I don't here's the house. If it's something that you don't want to do, or you because if somebody don't do it, oh I don't want to do it, girls, I'm not gonna do this, please, I have to go inside. Finish.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ozee Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good, hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. What is happening in Big Brother's house tonight? Like, content everywhere, drama everywhere. So they lost their wager, and of course you know when they lose their wager there's always wahala. The first drama we had is the one between Ben and Ozee of them by the way twins. What had happened? So while they were downstairs, and I think they were playing a game or something, I'm not sure, so Ben was not with his microphone, and Big Brother called him out and gave him a microphone infringement. And as he went upstairs, Ozee said, Ben, you did lose guard. And from that moment, Ben lost it. He was pissed, he was mad, he age-shamed him. He was like, mind your age or something of that sort. Like throwing insults at Ozee that had little or nothing to do with the issue at hand. At some point, even Chizoba later, when the whole matter has calmed down, Chizoba had to like call him out on his BS, telling him this pent-up anger, and this has a lot to do with what had happened between Femi and the Mbedaway twins. Like, there's no way that is because of he told you you don't they lose guard. Like, we know that everybody is having an issue because okay that they lost their wager, but his reaction was really overboard, and I honestly do agree with Chizoba, but that's not the main gist of the night. Before we get into that, let's talk about other dramas that happened tonight. So Chinwe was telling her girls how Nelly was telling everybody that she confronted Chinwe about the whole jewelry situation. Meanwhile, according to Chinwe, Nelly had come to meet her to apologize for the fact that her jewelry was found in Nelly's laundry bag. Meanwhile, according to her, Nelly has been spreading the gist that she confronted Chinwe. And Chinwe was like that Nelly is such a coward that if Nelly truly wants to confront her, Nelly should come to her face to face and, don't be coming around other people and be lying against her. Wow. As if that was not enough, Kellyray was mad, or is still mad at Wanni. Now, according to him, on Thursday at the pool party, he was grilling the chicken, and he decided, okay, to bring everything out on a tray. And when he came to take chicken from the tray, and he was like, no, wait for, everything to be on the tray so that everybody can get a piece. And Wanni was not having it. Apparently, Wanni had come to take a piece of chicken for herself and also for her boyfriend, Sean. And he also mentioned an incident that happened, in the arena while they were practicing for their wager presentation. As if that wasn't enough, Kellyray was not really happy with the way his wife has been playing with Toby. And as if that's not enough drama, TJ and Ben are plotting how they will become head of house or possibly custodians so that they will snatch power and make sure that the Mbedaway twins are outed, because according to them, they are competitive. Talking about how the Mbedaway twins are doing, Igbo stuff in the house with Chizoba and Onyeka, and meanwhile, they want to strap them out of the house, but they are bringing all this my brother, my sister thing in the house, how they are doing Igbo connection in the house, like basically bringing tribalism talk in Big Brother's house. Now, as if that's not enough, the main gist, my people, we now have a case of alleged sexual harassment on our hands. Yeah, I know you are surprised. Well, this is how it went down. So we did not even know when this happened. We did not even see how this started. We did not see when it happened. Yes, all we saw was a conversation that was happening in the garden, in that gazebo with Sean and, Wanni and Handi, and we see Toby seated there. Apparently, Mayo had walked out of that place, and Sean was telling, Wanni and Handi that probably they planned this whole thing about kissing Mayo. I'm like, from where to where? When did Handi, kiss Mayo? Sean argued with the girls that they planned this, they wanted to cause chaos because, it will affect Ruth. And the girls were like, no, it's a game. He had the option not to play the game. Nobody forced him to play the game. And I'm like, which game? When did they play this game? Because all of us, a lot of us viewers were really confused. So we had to like be patient to know what exactly had happened. Then Sean walked off, and Wanni and Handi were not really having it, saying that how Sean, runs away from conversations and all of that. Then Sean goes, meets Mayor upstairs and starts telling Mayor that, oh, he feels like the twins had planned this, that yes, he knows that whatever he's saying now might get him into trouble even outside. People might be like, why are you not supporting the people that you're with? And he's like, nah, that it looks like they coordinated it, that the thing is he should go talk with Ruthie and tell Ruthie. So it's better Ruthie hears it from him than from any other person in the house. Or what still if Ebuka brings it up on Sunday? We were still confused, like how? Okay, we know that Ruthie and Mayor had a disagreement because of a truth and dare that happened the night before, where Mayor had said that the 3 girls he likes in the house is Ruthie, Nelly, and of course Handi, which we know that Ruthie cried about in the diary section. So where did this kiss come from? Now we had to put our ears on the ground and we started hearing conversations happening in the house. We saw Mayor narrating everything that happened, his own version of things that happened to DJ Flo, who is Ruthie's partner, saying that, he didn't even have the chance to think. It's more like they came to him, or Handi came on him and kissed him, didn't give him the option to say no. And the way he painted it, honestly, it was looking like a sexual harassment. And I was like, somebody got sexually harassed in Big Brother's house. And DJ Flo was like, are you sure of this? Are you sure this is exactly what happened? I don't want it to look like you are trying to like pacify me because that's my partner that's involved, that is Ruthie. And he was like, nah, he didn't want it to happen, but she mounted him and kissed him. Now, there was also Ben narrating the issue, the same story to Chizoba, saying that, Mayor had participated in the kiss, and it was like, I think he was there to kiss Handi for 10 seconds. He participated in the kiss, and at the very tail end, he was like, F-U-C-K, and then he regretted it, and Ben was like, that's a Momo boy. As if that's not enough, there was a conversation that happened also in the gym between Toby, Femi, and Zion. Toby was narrating everything that happened to the guys, telling them that like it happened in a flash. Mayor didn't have time to think about it, and that was how Handi mounted him and kissed him. Now also, Sean came to the girls, telling the girls what Mayor had said, and the girls was like, that guy is a nonsense guy, because how can he say, that they just pounced on him to kiss him, probably making it look like a sexual harassment kind of stuff. Meanwhile, he had options, to opt out. He had the chance to opt out. She didn't just come and mount on him to kiss him. Now, mind you, we never saw any of this happen. Now, Mayor later had a conversation with Handi. All this happened this night, had a conversation with Handi, and in that conversation, Handi was basically telling him, did I force you? And he said no, and she was like, other people were also dead, and they said no, so why is it that, okay, you feel like I came onto you and all of that? You were the one, even, dry humping Onyeka the other night in the presence of your girl, and you had no issues with it. The only issue you have with it is because you feel like it's because of the fight we had with your girl that we planned this, which was just a game, according to what Handi was saying. And at some point, Handi was like, did I even force you to do this? Why didn't you opt out? Why didn't you say, okay, you don't want to play this game and stand up? And he was like, it happened in the flash. And all the questions Handi was asking him, he was just like, no, it wasn't forced and all of that. And Handi was like, you know what? If you see me anywhere in this house, just face your front. If I'm coming left, go right. If I'm coming right, go. I do not want to talk to you again in this house because you are a nonsense kind of guy. And she walked out of there. And fast forward to the time that Mayor gathered the courage to talk to Ruthie about it. Now, mind you, almost half of the housemates already know this at this point. So at the garden, Mayor, DJ Flo, Toby, and of course, Ruthie were there for the explanation. I've never seen anything as pathetic as this in the history of Big Brother. Like, what was that though? he was like, you know, when a secondary school boy and you were scolding him for stuff, that was like a clear picture of what was happening. He was picking his words and he was like, oh, I didn't mean to do it, I like you so much, blah 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 blah. I'm like, and he narrated what he had narrated to DJ Flo, not what he had, narrated to Handi, and he said that he didn't mean to do it, that he didn't even get any chance to think, that they were playing the game of Jengas. I think that's the name of that game. And then they said, at some point, they said, okay, anybody that loses and the thing crumbles will have to do it there. And he thought it was like drinking raw eggs, but at the middle of the game, that was when Wanni said, okay, I think whoever fails it will do it there or something of that sort. So as they were playing, according to him, his mind was not even in the there. So he played and then Handi played and it crumbled, while Handi pulled out a piss. So immediately, according to him, Wanni told Handi, I dare you to go kiss Mayor Frosh for 10 seconds. He said he still had those things, the blocks, the pieces in his hands. He was still trying to put it together. He didn't know when that happened. Before he could say Jack, Wanni mounted on him, pinned him to the wall and kissed him. My people, like, this whole thing is just getting too serious. And I think Ruti was the one that asked him, like, did you kiss her back? And he was like, he didn't really answer that question, to be honest. I remember he never really answered that question. Then Toby took over telling Ruti how much of a good guy, that Mayor is not that kind of a guy and all of that. Like, it was more like a family meeting, more like begging your wife to come back, that you had abandoned, that you're not cheating again, you're not a cheat and all of that. And on the other side, we had Mickey, who had a conversation with, who did he even have a conversation with? I forgot who he had that conversation with, where he was like, he's going to break into that relationship of Ruti and Mayor. When he now met Ruti, he now said, oh, go back to Mayor. When he now came out and heard the gist about kissing of Handi and all that, and he was talking with Femi, he now said, you know what, that Mayor is a foolish boy, he should have used this to his advantage and all whatnot. So practically now, we have two videos or two scenarios where we actually do not see the video clip of what has actually gone down. I don't know who is in charge of the camera for this year's Big Brother, but I will tell you this. Your camera crew, they are shitty. Yes, because tell me why every time something crucial is happening in that house, we only get to hear it from the housemates. We never see the beginning of it. When they are playing truth or dare, somehow they'll pan the camera away. We will not even see it. Like, this show is rated 18 for crying out loud. So from everything I gathered, it was when Ben and Ozee were having their issues. That's when this was happening. Like, why can't you show us what was happening? Why do we have to be waiting for clues for us to see what exactly happened? Now, nobody actually knows what has happened. I am asking Big Brother, the organizers, to at least two clips that are very important to me that they play. How Chinwe's jewelry got into Nelly's laundry bag. That's number one. Number two, please play the clip of that Jengas and their game. We need to see it, because at this point, I do not know who to believe. The Wanni and her sister Handi or Mayor Frosh. I do not know who to believe, because these two videos, on it hangs very crucial allegations. One is somebody calling another housemate a thief, which is clearly against Big Brother's rules. Another accusing another housemate for sexual harassment. We all know, we do not care the gender of who has perpetrated this. It's a heavy crime, and I think Big Brother should address this. Because I've not seen the video for me to have a full 360 opinion on this. But for me, I feel like Mayor, as much as he's a stand-up guy, I don't know how to put it. Maybe he's naive. Maybe he's too good for the show. Because what he's saying when he had a conversation with Handi is not what he's saying when he's having a conversation with Ruti. I do not know which it is. Might have been coordinated by the girls, but was it forced? Was it done out of his, without his consent? I think that's the crux of the matter. Was he forced to kiss Wanni? Did Wanni pounce on him, or Handi rather, pounce on him and kiss him without his consent? I think for me, That is the main matter. And I cannot even come to tell you guys that I have a full opinion on this if Big Brother does not release the footage. Because right now, people that are there are giving us different versions. Sean is saying that it's not a case of sexual harassment, when he was talking with Handi and her sister. Toby Forge, like, the whole thing for me is foggy. I would actually love Big Brother to play the clip. But honestly, the drama tonight is crazy. That house is quite intense at the moment. And I don't know, sometimes, I just feel like maybe they should lose more of their wages for them to sit up. And also know that they have an incoming punishment from Big Brother because of the nonsense that they've done in the week that was. So yeah, that's the gist though that has kept your girl up until this time, that I was not even able to go to my studio area to film. I had to just sit on my bed because I've been watching all this on my laptop. I'm like, nah, I've got to tell you guys and give you guys the undiluted gist. Let me know your thoughts on this, especially the whole matter concerning Mayor and Handi. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. On that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Until I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Ozee Williams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead.